up, everyone? Welcome back to episode of Tuned Engines. On today's episode, we're going to be fixing up the engine bay. We're going to be going from old to new. This is my 1971 C10. It has a 460 big block Chevy, which is controlled by an EFI system. Although the EFI system is amazing, one thing that isn't is the engine bay. And the reason being is all the wires we had to install for the EFI system to work properly. We're gonna be cleaning up the engine bay because it's looking super duper ugly. Ew! And it's also making us lose a bunch of aura. And the main reason why the engine bay looks super duper ugly is because we have so many wires all over the place from my EFI install, and also the ugly valve covers. Ew, heck no, we can't be having that. So today we're gonna be fixing all the wires and also painting the valve covers. First, we have to go to the parts store. I smell something burning.
I smell cookies.
Holy smokes, my brakes are on fire. So after letting the brakes go down for a bit, I went ahead and pushed Pegasus into the garage. And now we can put Pegasus on the car lift.
You're not gonna make sure it's not gonna fall?
No, why would I?
You don't remember what happened last time?
The brakes ain't breaking, guys. Okay, guys, so now we have another thing to fix. And before we begin, let me go ahead and explain to you how the braking system works on this truck. So this is the brake system on the C10, aka Pegasus. We have the brake pedal, the master cylinder, and the caliper. And each time the brake pedal is pressed, it creates hydraulic pressure inside the master cylinder. This is done by pushing a piston. From there, the master cylinder pushes more brake fluid into the calipers, making the piston extend out, causing the brake pads to make contact with the rollers. Meaning, this is gonna make Pegasus slow down. But yeah, guys, so basically that's how the brakes work on a truck. So guys, with all my experience working on cars and my geniusism, I went ahead and replaced the brake caliper, which seemed like a logical thing to do because usually on brake calipers, the piston actually presses into the brake pads, gets stuck, you know? And who knows when was the last time, these brakes were serviced. So I went ahead and switched them out. But that didn't work because the brakes were still stuck. So then I started thinking, could it have been my super duper rusty brake master cylinder? Nah, I doubt it. These things never go bad, right? Even though I knew that wasn't the issue, I went ahead and replaced it anyway. Well, it turns out it was the issue. Yikes! And now with the brakes working, we can go ahead and start painting the valve cover. As you can see, there's multiple wires going through the left side of the engine bay, going to the middle. And that's because that's all the wiring harness for the EFI system we went ahead and installed. Well, I want to go ahead and make it look better because in my opinion, that looks ugly. And I want the engine bay to look super duper cool. So we're going to go ahead and change all the wiring. And also I'm going to take off these valve covers. And I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can repaint them myself. We're gonna go ahead and start sanding the valve covers. I'm gonna go ahead and start with some 60 grit. Now I'm gonna see if I can work my way up to 120. And then I'm gonna go ahead and end it off with 320. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Many hours later.
So after hours of sanding and after inhaling a pound of dust, the valve covers were ready for paint. Alright guys, now that we have our piece completely clean, we're going to go ahead and let it dry out, and we're also going to go ahead and hang it so we can paint it. So just so we don't get any overspray in our cool paint job on the truck, we're going to go ahead and cover it. Now we have to go ahead and prime the piece. We're going to be using some VHT engine primer. It can resist up to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. It came out super duper cool. So we're going to go ahead and let it dry for a while. And then we're gonna come back, give it a quick sand so we can make it even more smooth. Then we're gonna go ahead and lay on some paint. Using this red paint, it's a VHT engine enamel up to 550 degrees. And after $16 in material and multiple hours of work, we went ahead and finished the product. Ooh, looks super duper cool, doesn't it? Wait, Why y'all laughing? No, first guys, why y'all laughing? They're laughing because the same exact valve covers are $38.99 brand new from Summit Racing. Gosh darn. What? Ah! But all jokes aside, guys, I think I did a pretty good job. Twice. Holy smokes. Time to put them on. But all jokes aside, guys, I think they look amazing. Here's a before and after for comparison. Now, with the valve covers completed, it was time to tackle the wiring. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. So I started removing wires, one after another, after another, after another, after another. Until there was nothing left and the engine bay was looking like this. Nice, looks good, right? Oh, not exactly. Because in my excitement of removing the wires, I did not label a single one. Gosh darn, so now I had to figure out where all these wires went. So after hours of splicing and soldering, I was 99.99999% sure I did everything correct. Okay guys, I think I figured it out. And it was time to connect the last two cables. Oh no! And this is how the engine bay looks now. Oh, as you can see, no more wires anywhere. Everything has been super duper organized. You can barely see any wires. The only wires you can actually see are the ones for the battery, and as you can see when I hit mounted, all of the stuff over here looks super duper clean. Now with the wiring all fixed, we can go ahead and slap on the valve covers and finish this super duper cool upgrade that the truck needed badly. And don't worry guys, I'm gonna be cleaning the inside of the valve covers and the breather hole so we don't have any contaminations in the engine. Alright guys, now we're gonna go ahead and mount our super duper cool painted valve cover. Let's go. So now that we're almost done with the upgrade, we're gonna go ahead and put some spark plug boots and then also some spark plug wire holders. Alright guys, and this is the final product. Ooh! But there y'all go guys, as y'all saw, we went ahead and fixed up the engine bay, man, it looks super duper cool, and also went ahead and fixed the brakes. That was an unknown issue. And guys, make sure to comment down below so y'all can tell me what you think about the results. In my opinion, I think they look super duper cool, and I think we did a fantastic job painting them. And also don't forget to watch our EFI upgrade video. That one's super duper good and very informative when it comes to the EFI swap we done on the truck. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.